I'm never quite sure, like, when I put the game title on the screen, with backwards compatibility on the Series X, this is an Xbox 360 game, but it's got, I think, either 60 FPS or something. It's enhanced in some way when you play it on the Series X, or the Xbox One for that matter. So, I also want to put a caveat on the screen that, anyway, you might not even be able to see. I'm not even sure if I'm streaming at 60 FPS, so you might not even notice the difference. I'm not sure. But now we continue Elderast's conquest of the continent of Thedas. Unsuspecting fools. Bleep bloop bleep blop. Bleep bloop. Bleep bloop bleep blop bloop blop. Come on. Check my content. Man, from day one, when I got Dragon Age Origins on the Xbox 360 and I saw it checking into servers and stuff, I'm like, I don't like this. And that was back in the day. And I feel like it's just gotten worse, and games can end up dying and being unplayable even more often now. Especially ones that aren't popular. That's what sucks, is like, sometimes I really like games. Now, the Dragon Age Origins is plenty popular, but sometimes I like games that are, they're just not that popular. And if they have elements that make them unlikely to get a refresh or to be supported, they can just stop being playable at some point. Like Justice League Heroes on the PlayStation 2, it's a licensed game. And those licenses have probably expired, and those partnerships probably don't have any interest in renewing that right now. And so, if you don't have actual built-in ability on a console to read a PS2 disc, you're out of luck, you know? Or if you still have a PS2, which I do, but I mean, it's only going to last for so long. All right. Rugged Warrior says, it's fun watching your streams because we have different tastes in games, so I see games I wouldn't see otherwise. Yeah, I think you've made that comment a few times coming to my streams, Rugged Warrior, and that's so cool to hear. One of my favorite things has always been introducing things that I love. It's usually been like movies to people who've not experienced them before. Okay, so previously on Elderast in Dragon Age, we were gonna help this dude, like with his girlfriend or something. Let's see if we can find that quest. Joan, another Circle apprentice, roused you from your slumber the morning after your harrowing. After fretting about his own delayed harrowing, Joan informed you that Irving would like to speak with you. Do not keep the first enchanter waiting. So, I think what's going on, I feel like there's maybe more of a side quest type thing. Oh yeah, let's see here. He was helping, like he wanted me to help him and his girlfriend escape or something. I feel like, I don't have to play that conversation again, do I? Did I forget to save after that? I don't know. Let's figure out where I need to go on the map here. Okay, that is my active quest. And where is he at? Irving. It doesn't say where he's at. I gotta talk to Irving. Basement, apprentice dorm. I'm going to guess the second floor. I could be wrong. Wait, how do I... Okay. I'm going the wrong way. I really liked how this game played, and it had a great full-length expansion called Dragon Age Origins Awakening that, like, for me, that's more my Dragon Age 2 than Dragon Age 2 was. I just love the combat, and they just, like I was saying earlier about Square Enix, I feel like they just got afraid of non-action-y stuff, and so they tried to make it more action-y as time went on, and I'm not into that.
Injuries? But... Steady. It reacts to your remote.
Do you remember what the chantry says about magic?
Magic must serve man, and not rule over him.
Very good.
That's foolishness! I shall rule with my power. What? Blast it all!
I am not your enemy. Fear is your enemy. It is a weakness that can be exploited. Should you face a demon with your...
You better be Irving. You're not? Owain?
Welcome to the Circle's stockroom of magical items. My name is Owain. How may I assist you?
Are you really a tranquil mage?
I voluntarily submitted to the rite of tranquility. I was unwilling to undergo the harrowing. I find this state agreeable.
You actually like being this way?
I see the world with clarity. I remember the days when my mind was filled with inconvenient and seething emotions. Now things are simple.
And now you are no longer a person.
My body is similar in form to yours, possessing an equal number of limbs, appendages, and internal organs. I perform the same physical functions. My mind is capable of higher thought processes. Am I to be denied personhood because I do not feel as you do?
You are to be denied personhood because you are not me. Well, let's see. I would affirm number 3 personally. I don't know that Elderast would, but I'll have him say it. A person is more than just physical parts.
I have thoughts and memories. I remember my past, my childhood in the tower, and my apprenticeship. These experiences defined me. My lack of emotion simply adds to what is already there.
Rugged Warrior asks, are you going to play the new God of War? I am not. The gameplay of the first one just didn't hook me in. I can tell, obviously, it's a really well-made, polished game. And I totally see why people would love it and love what they did with the character and all that kind of stuff and the look of the world and stuff. But to me, it comes down to gameplay and systems, and I just wasn't really... I don't like the intermittent puzzles that were in that game. I was like, I don't need this. And the upgrades system felt false to me. It felt like I was upgrading, but I didn't really have choices while I was upgrading. So it's like just the shallow coding of what looks like RPG upgrading, you know. So yeah, not really my kind of game, I don't think. There was definitely things I enjoyed about it, but these days there's so many games being made, and at the end of the day, there's always just something I'm going to want to play more. It's not that if I found it to be a bad experience, but when compared with the other options, like, yeah, that's cool. I'd rather play this, you know. So But I think it's really cool that they made a sequel and that they are apparently just stopping it at 2 because that's all the story requires. I think that it's a great sign of restraint on their part and a desire to adhere to quality rather than just churning them out. So 2 sounds good. And then take a break and then refresh it 5-8 years down the road with another take on it in gameplay and presentation and stuff. That could be a really cool way to go. All right. Silence! You're confusing me!
I propose we agree to disagree. Personhood is not measurable. Therefore, we should let this rest.
I propose you become a stain on my shoe. I should go now.
Very well. Goodbye.
All right. Where's Irving? Isn't that his name? Irving? Owain? Irving's study. So oh, wait. They're showing me a quest arrow on the map. That is, that's what I want to see. Yeah, There we go.
Many have already gone to Ostagar. Wynne, Aldred, and most of the senior mages. We've committed enough of our own to this war effort.
Your own? Since when have you felt such kinship with the mages, Gregor? Or are you afraid to let the mages out from under Chantry supervision, where they can actually use their Maker-given powers?
How dare you suggest?
Gentlemen, please. Irving, someone is here to see you.
Let's see. What's going on?
Nothing concerning you at this moment. Come, child.
This is...
Yes, this is he.
Well, Irving, you're obviously busy. We will discuss this later.
Of course. Well, then, where was I? Oh, yes, this is Duncan of the Grey Wardens.
What's he doing here?
You've heard about the war brewing to the south, I expect. Duncan is recruiting mages to join the king's army at Ostagar.
That's all you wanted to tell me?
Of course not. I wished to congratulate you on a successful end to last night's ordeal. The harrowing is behind you. Your phylactery was sent to Denerim. You are officially a mage within the circle of magi.
Yeah, Joel, I agree. I'm going to experiment with letting it alone for a bit and see what happens. Bleep, bloop, bleep. Okay. My leash, you mean?
Now, child, it's not that bad.
Who are you calling child?
Is this phylactery?
Blood is taken from all apprentices when they first come to the tower, and is preserved in special vials.
So they can be hunted if they turn apostate.
We have few choices. The gift of magic is looked upon with suspicion and fear. We must prove we are strong enough to handle our power responsibly. You have done this. I present you with your robes, your staff, and a ring bearing the Circle's insignia. Wear them proudly, for you have earned them.
Okay, I've got to get... That's like mission number 1, is get to the phylactery and destroy it. I cannot be on this leash. Elderast cannot be on this leash. So whatever adventure he gets caught up in here, the primary goal, it all is about getting that leash cut off. And then we'll see what's really possible. Okay. That's all I get?
Joining the circle is a reward as well. You will realize this one day. It goes without saying that you shall not discuss the harrowing with those who have not undergone the rite. Now then, take your time to rest, or study in the library. The day is yours.
I wasn't seeing that option, Nathan. I'll take another look. There's timeout, there's remove, and there's report. Reporting seems to remove the message. But what I heard from someone before is that, you know, the bot is kind of like being clever and changing its username each time. And so even if I'm like banning and stuff like that, they can't keep up. Because it keeps, you know, it bans one username and then it just modifies it slightly and has another one come in there. So, I mean, it's a clever little bot. I'm just curious kind of how it behaves. If I'm a little more hands-off, if it's just kind of like on an every, you know, 5-10 minutes type of cycle or something, I don't know. But I gotta weigh the difference between, like, you know, is it worth it for me to slide over to the side every now and then and keep removing and stuff like I have been, and reporting. All right, let's see here. Take your time to rest. Or study in the library, the day is yours. I'd prefer... Oh, let's see, you know what? Can I leave the tower?
Not yet. Remember, the tower's walls protect us as much as they protect others from us.
I will return to my quarters.
Would you be so kind as to escort Duncan back to his room, child?
Does Duncan not know where his quarters are?
Being difficult, are we? You are an apprentice no longer. I expect you to set a good example.
Oh, then I will be happy to escort him.
The guest quarters are on the east side of this floor, close to the library. Now, if you'll both excuse me, I have matters to discuss with Gregor.
Joel Nelson asks, any Kingdoms of Amalur Re-Reckoning on the menu for today? It is installed, and it's a possibility. It's a lower priority because I really wanted to spend some time on these non-action RPGs and prioritize them a bit. But it's possible that like maybe in the later hours of the stream, when I'm wanting something actiony, that I would dip into that. So it's a possibility, but not among the highest priorities. All right.
Don't dawdle.
Don't you dawdle! Dawdling, old dawdler! Alright, let's see. So this guy, I gotta take him there. But I can't go that way. Can't go that way, looks like. This way, Duncan! Keep up! I think I could cut across here. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna talk to Owain. I think he was selling stuff.
Welcome to the Circle's stockroom of magic.
Yes, yes.
My name is Owain. How may I assist you?
What can I buy here?
The stockroom is not a shop. Your mentor should have clarified this. The stockroom stores components used in magical and alchemical experiments. Do you require something?
I don't need anything.
Very well. Goodbye.
See, I so prefer non-voice protagonists because there's just ways that in my headcanon, in my mind, I can choose to take a line in a different direction than is intended. I can mold it and make it sarcastic or have some subtext that means something different than what it's intended to mean because the options are limited. And so at least in my headcanon, I can make it work better. Where are these guys?
Hello, were you looking for something?
What were you talking to that other mage about?
Oh, the fraternities. Groups of mages with a common agenda. I think we should all be isolationists. Stay in some remote mountain town far away from the mundanes who hate us.
If we run away, they'll never learn... Oh, wait a minute. I thought it said they'll never learn to fear us. Okay, I'm not going to choose that line. They need to remove not from that for that to be an Elderast line. Well, why don't you go off then?
I'd go hide alone in the wilds if I could. But you know they just brand me an apostate and hunt me down. There is no leaving the circle. It's till death do us part. Romantic, isn't it?
Apostate?
If you leave the circle, you become an apostate. And the punishment for leaving is death. Pretty grim, huh?
There must be mages who aren't part of a circle.
I've heard of hedge witches who've managed to survive on their own, eluding the circle for a lifetime. But if the Templars discover them, well, you know what happens. Then there are stories about the Dalish...
Why are we seeing that guy?
Great magic. But who knows what's truth and what's fiction when it comes to the Dalish?
Who are you?
I'm Njal, a mage just like you. I've seen you around, haven't I? I must have.
I can't stay to chat.
All right. Have a good day.
Hello. Congratulations on your harrowing last night. Good work.
What were you talking about earlier?
Ah, the fraternities of the enchanters. You probably haven't heard of them. It's best not to get tangled up in circle politics. More trouble than it's worth, really.
Tell me about the fraternities.
They're found in all circles throughout Thedas. Groups of enchanters who hold similar viewpoints, who band together to make their voices heard. The most influential fraternity are the Equitarians. They are moderates and believe in a code of conduct that all mages should adhere to. Then there are the Chantry apologists, the Loyalists. The Chantry says something and they follow it to the letter. The Lucrosians just want to make money. And the Isolationists would like us all to be hermits and live on an island. Then, of course, there are the Libertarians. They want more power for the Circle, more autonomy.
Isn't that a good thing?
And that's what they would say. Mages have enough opposition from the outside without tearing our circles apart with infighting. But what can you do?
So my other option, really, on the way maybe to getting the phylactery, is to become the leader of the mages, the Circle of Mages. I don't think I can pull that off. I think that's maybe a Skyrim thing. I don't think that's... I've played this game through several times, and once also as I've done this once as a mage, and I don't think that was an option. But in my headcanon, Elderast certainly has his eye on that. Well, giving up doesn't help anyone.
An idealist, I see. Well, if you're going to change the world, you should get started immediately. Lots of world to cover.
Change the world. Try conquer. Well, Ah, okay, it's probably about time to save. I think this guy wants me to help him with his thing now.
I'm glad I caught up to you. Are you done talking with Irving?
Going through another personal crisis?
Very funny. I need to talk to you. Do you remember what we discussed this morning?
Oh, all right, spit it out!
We should go somewhere else. I don't feel safe talking here.
You'd better not be wasting my time.
It won't take long, I promise.
I think like he wants to escape with his girlfriend. Oh.
We should be safe here.
Maybe this is the conversation and I just... Yeah, I don't know. Let's see here. What I remember is that he wants me to help him and his girlfriend escape and like get his phylactery and get out of here or something. So maybe that's the conversation we're about to have, or maybe this is a second conversation. I can't remember. Anyway.
All right, what's going on?
A few months ago, I told you that I met a girl.
Oh, yeah, okay.
This is Lily.
Yeah, so this is the one I must have forgot to save after having this conversation last time. Sorry. But I do remember what I said last time.
This fat cow is your lover?
She's right here. I'm sorry, Lily.
It's all right. I just wonder if this is truly someone we can trust.
He can be abrasive, but I trust him with my life.
So what's this all about?
Remember I said that I didn't think they wanted to give me my harrowing? I know why. They're going to make me tranquil. They'll take everything that I am from me. My dreams, hopes, fears, my love for Lily. All gone.
What does this have to do with me?
I need to escape. I need to destroy my phylactery. Without it, they can't track me down. We need your help. Lily and I can't do this on our own.
Give us your word that you will help, and we will tell you what we intend.
What do I get out of helping you?
The joy of helping a friend? The satisfaction of knowing you prevented a gross injustice?
The repository holds more than phylacteries. Join us, and the artifacts will be yours for the taking.
Aren't you sick and tired of the circle running your life? You could get out of here with us.
My phylactery has been taken to Dinnerim. I'm still trapped.
You'll be out of here and gone before they can even dispatch a messenger to the city. You're talented and clever. You could take your phylactery back from your hunters if you wish. You have so much power. Once you're free, they wouldn't be able to stop you.
Yes, I do have much power. Very well. I give you my word.
Thank you. We will never forget this.
Tell me your plan. Make it quick.
I can get us into the repository, but there is a problem. There are 2 locks on the phylactery chamber door. The first enchanter and knight commander each hold 1 key. But it is just a door. There is power enough in this place to destroy all of Ferelden. What's a door to mages?
It can't be that easy.
What if it is? We have to try. I once saw a rod of fire melt through a lock. You could get one from the stockroom, but Owain doesn't release such things to apprentices.
I will go to the stockroom and retrieve this rod.
We should stay here. 1 mage at the stockroom will attract less attention than a mage, an apprentice, and an initiate.
Yes, you'd only slow me down.
Good luck. Our prayers go with you.
All right. Gotta get all the sparklies. Alright, let's see. Which of these... Yep, that's the one I want. Okay.
Welcome to the Circle's stockroom of magical items. My name is Owain. How may I assist you?
I need a rod of fire.
Rods of fire serve many purposes. Why do you wish to acquire this particular item?
I need the rod for my research into burning things.
Here is the form, Request for Rod of Fire. Have it signed and dated by a senior enchanter. I will release a rod to you once I have the signed form.
Why can't you give it to me now?
It is procedure. I need a senior mage's authorization to release an item. Thank you.
Yeah.
Well? I guess I can see this senior enchanter.
Yes?
Can you sign this form for me?
Rod of fire? No, I'm not signing this. I don't know what you need it for, and I barely know you. Ask someone else.
Well, who are you? Let's get to know each other.
Senior Enchanter, Leora, in charge of the Circle's laboratory. Is there something you want?
What's that door over there?
That leads to the Circle's cavern storerooms. There are caves running through the rock that the Circle is built upon. But of course, you know this.
I look inside the cavern?
No, I can't let anyone in there just now.
Why?
There are just things in there that I would prefer to keep safe.
Are you stealing from the Circle's stores?
No, of course not. I just have... I am in the midst of stock taking, checking inventory, and I can't let anyone in there in case they mess things up. Yes.
So why are you out here and not in there?
Because I am taking a break. I hate the musty smell of caves, and Look, I'll tell you the truth. Just keep it to yourself. There is an infestation of spiders in the caves. I don't know how they got in there, but it's probably my fault. I was promoted to senior enchanter less than a fortnight ago, and I don't want anyone to find out. They'll think I'm incompetent.
If you sign this form, I'll deal with the spiders.
Oh, your form for the Rod of Fire. Yes, I could do that, if you clear out the infestation.
All right, I'll do it.
Wonderful. Here is the key. Oh, and be careful in there. I'd really like to keep the damage done to the Circle's property to a minimum.
Excellent.
Garavik the Noble III says, I thought this was The Witcher for a second. Yeah, I mean, they have different styles of gameplay, for sure. Even from what I remember of trying out a little bit of the original Witcher game, which I picked up for free on GOG on PC years ago. Tried just a little bit of it, like, not for me. I think it uses the same engine as either Neverwinter Nights or Neverwinter Nights 2. And so I thought maybe I'd be into it, but it wasn't for me. But I mean, similar kind of like D&D Western fantasy inspired worlds. And then he adds, in our convo about realistic violence in games, do you want to add more about that here, or question mark? No, I don't think so. I didn't have anything that comes to mind. Let's see. Get the sparklies, and then I'm gonna get these spiders.
Take it all.
Wait, is this quest... Oh, here we go. This is the one I need to highlight. So, where am I going? Senior Enchanter has a small problem storage caves adjacent to the laboratory. Okay, adjacent to the laboratory. So I guess I... Is that in here? Oh, storage room? Yeah, here we go. Okay, let's save. Just in case this is disastrous. But that said, Garavik, I mean, if there's something you wanted to throw in, I mean, I honestly, my memory is terrible, and so I wouldn't really remember the context of where we left off. But if you want to, like, put something fresh on the table as a topic, then I'm open to that, totally.
Finished. Now what do you want?
Oh, I don't have anything equipped yet? Well, dang. Yeah, can I equip that immediately, or... Let's see. Wait, how do I do this? Oh, crap, Peter. It's been a while. There we go. Yeah, I don't think that's going to be as good. Yeah, no. Okay. Oops. Wrong button. Cool. Okay. Let's see. Garavik says, also, I mostly play realistic shooters now, so I might get a gaming laptop. War of Rights, Ready or Not, RS2, Games to Choose. Yeah, I'm not familiar with any of those titles. Francisco Ruiz is back for a bit with another question for you. Would you rather live in medieval era with any modern technology you like, or live in the future with any magic ability you like? Oh my gosh. Future, Francisco. I need to be where there are antibiotics and painkillers. I can't take it. I mean, any modern technology you like, I mean, maybe by that you mean more than one. So maybe I could have all those antibiotics and stuff like that. Even so, I think I would have that and so much more in the future. I mean, who knows what the future holds and what era of the future. If I could know, you know, when we say future, we don't know what we're heading into. At least with medieval era, we kind of have a basic, vague idea of what was in that time period. So, but that seems just a lot more broad with favorable possibilities to be in the future with any magic ability I'd like. Magic, okay, yeah, magical immortality. Send me to the future. All right, what do we got here? Fire resistance. Oh man, great. So I need to equip these. I do hate these hats. Can I turn that off? Is that an option? Turn hats off. It is in some games. They're just these dorky looking mage hats. I'm not into it. It's probably not in my inventory options. Nope. Stuck with the dorky mage hat. Well, Elderast is pretty utilitarian. I mean, whatever it takes to have more power, to be more effective, kill, 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 that's what he's going to go with. Oh! Do it.
Yes, perish, creature.
Oh, that's right. On the easiest difficulty, your health regenerates after combat. That's awesome. Is that thing, like, invisible? Oh, no, he just is well-suited to the environment. Oops, wrong thing. Oh, no! Man, made me a little nervous there. For just a second. Oh, what the crap? Yes, power! Let's see. What's better? An extra 2 spell power or an extra 1 magic? I don't know. For now, I'll just take it, but I'm not going to equip it. I don't know the system well enough. Let's see here. Francisco Ruiz says, what is the appeal of this game over Skyrim or Oblivion, since you don't usually play for the story? Though maybe I'm remembering that wrong. That's a good question. I think the variety of spells I prefer in here, and I think seeing the spells play out in third person, there's something that I like about that. And the real-time with pause combat, I like. I am prey for no creature. Let's see some. Oops. Ah, dang it! Got me again. Yeah, so it's a different flavor. It's not you know, you said, what is the appeal of this game over Skyrim or Oblivion? I would just say kind of like contrasted with Skyrim, because I don't really consider this to be a more enjoyable experience, but it's a different flavor. And in the last 3 to 4 months, I've really been in the mood for this flavor of really games that sprung out of the original Baldur's Gate games, with the real-time with pause combat, party-based combat, and that have that really kind of D&D adventuring party vibe and D&D type of fantasy setting, you know. Did you have fun at the carnival? Good. Good. Love you. Let's see, I can't quite... Zot! Yeah. Ooh. Yeah, Fade Striders. Very cool. Let's see, Garivik asks, should there be instant headshots in games? Like when you shoot someone in the head, should they go down immediately? Like in real life. It depends. I think there's times where I've enjoyed both types of shooters. Oh, crap! Jeez. I'll say that, like, when I'm a little bit more open to enemies being a little bit spongy when I'm just kind of spraying bullets at their midsection. But if I'm taking the time to snipe from a distance, be like cold and calculating, and you know, and do headshots from a distance, I think I do prefer, actually, when you say specifically headshots, you know, I think maybe the sweet spot for me is a little bit spongy anywhere else, you know, so there's still a sense in which it's unrealistic that they're still going after how many times you hit them in different areas. That I'm okay with that. But yeah, I think for some reason when I shoot them in the head, I want them to go down right then and there. By the way, Garivik, if you want a better chance, I've caught your comment so far, but if you want to more somethingly ensure that I see your comment, you can put @ChristianGeekCentral, no spaces, and make sure the spelling is right, @ChristianGeekCentral, somewhere in your comment. that'll be highlighted in orange, and I'll be more likely to catch it in my peripheral. Welcome, Dwayne Asher, who says, I love the video and game. Well, cool. I really like Dragon Age Origins. This is a game that they keep teasing and indicating little bits about the fourth one coming, and I think once it has an announce date, I will probably try to play through the trilogy again. I want to give Dragon Age 2 another really good try, because there were some patches that fixed some things, I think, that I didn't like about combat. And there's a lot of DLC I didn't play that actually really plays into the story that I felt a little lost about because I hadn't played it. I found out after the fact that fans were like, oh no, you gotta play that. And I think that's really crappy that they put some of the most key story elements in the DLC for the second game. To the point where I felt a little out of the loop when I played Inquisition. But I enjoyed 2 enough that I think I would want to play it again with now adjusted expectations. And I enjoyed Inquisition. It was kind of like not as good as Origins, but I enjoyed it more than 2. And so I think that I would definitely have an interest in playing all 3 of them, including, I think, Dragon Age Awakening again. But I'm going to wait, I think, until that release date gets announced, and then probably, boom, get right into it. But one question that I have for those either watching live or for those who watch the archived version of this later is, would you be interested in a playthrough series of Dragon Age, playing through, kind of role-playing as Elderast, at least Dragon Age Origins? I wouldn't make that promise for any more games than Origins, and maybe I would just stream and record when it's main questline stuff. But I put that out there on the table. I got a pretty small response last year when I put that option on the table, and so I didn't really pull the trigger on that, but I'm putting it on the table again. And so if I get a bigger response this time, it would definitely be something that I would consider. All right. Especially since either way, I'm planning on probably playing all these games again before the new one comes out. I'll just take it. Okay, Garvik the Noble says, Ready or Not is basically a SWAT sim with some realistic stuff. Heard it was fun, with some disturbing maps, like I'm in the real world sometimes. Okay. I just got webbed again, dang it. Alright. I guess I'll just be webbed. Webbed again? Burn! Come on, Elderast, roast him! Zot! Freeze! Blast! Burn! Come on! There we go. There we go. What do we got here? Oh, same as I already have. Okay, that's fine. Ooh. Can't fall down there. That's fine by me. Dwayne Asher says, I've been seeing your videos since I was little. Oh, man. Well, that's cool. That makes me feel like I've been on doing YouTube stuff longer than I have been. But I guess, my gosh, if this is my 9th consecutive year doing this marathon, I'm closer to the 10-year mark on YouTube than I tend to think. I think perpetually that I started doing YouTube about 3 to 4 years ago, and it's been longer than that. Master of Magnetism says, hey, you're still kicking. I am. I have to be. I've committed to it for the next 13 plus hours. But we are racing up to the halfway point. Have I completed this? Have I done all the spiders? Are you going to tell me? I don't think they're going to tell me. Okay, I've been following the left path. I need to go back and see if that middle segment there possibly has some spiders I missed. I do like this game. I might stick with this until my dinner break. Wait, what? This is where I need to go. No. Francisco Ruiz says, I still remember when you had that one year when the stream crapped out and you had to just record it solo, but that feels like forever ago. Yeah, I believe that was the first year in the house that we're in now, which was about it was over 5 years ago. So, yeah, I believe that was the first year here. And that was one of the zanier years at the end. Oh, I can't get through here, so it's like blocked or something. Okay, well, maybe I did do all that I could do. But that was one of the zanier years because I was left to my own devices. No one was talking to me. And so I just had to figure out how to entertain myself. I started singing Christmas carols, and I did have somebody sit with me. That was the last year also that I ever had anybody sit with me for the purposes of helping me stay awake, and I had somebody that joined me for the last 1 hour, the last hour of that. Oh! What the crap? Yeah, I'm not even playing scary games, and you guys get a little bit of jumping from me. That's the value you get when you come to Christian Geek Central. That's gotta be it now, right? It's gotta... Yes, you have killed all the spiders in the storage caves. Senior Enchanter Leora will be pleased to hear of this.
I will be pleased to get the fire rod she owes me.
Man, I'm taking a cheese grater to my voice every time I do that. I got a feeling my voice is going to be in rough shape come morning. That's right, it adds to the drama. I don't know how it happened, but there was a glob of grape jam on the outside of the door coming out of my office. I don't remember, like, shaking off a bunch of grape jam just outside the door, but somehow it got there. Weird. Anyway, Master of Magnetism says, are you happy James Gunn came over to DC? Wow, what a great question and a great topic. I'll take a moment to talk about that before I jump back in here. I'm open to it. It's not the name I would have thought of. And initially it concerned me because he's Guardians of the Galaxy guy. And I wasn't really familiar with his other work. And I thought Guardians of the Galaxy was fine, but it's actiony and jokey and popcorny and not taking itself seriously. It does at times take itself more seriously than other Marvel movies, and I will say it's more character-driven. The characters are more fleshed out, and it's more about who they are and their personalities, bumping up against each other. But it's still largely comedic in the way that it does that. Compare that to one of its major inspirations, Farscape, which really, the further you get into that show, it more evenly blends comedy with really heavy drama, and I never felt like Guardians of the Galaxy got to that place of drama. Not that it was trying to. And there was a lot of Marvel oversight going on there. James Gunn also, produced or executive produced Brightburn. He's done horror movies, and I discovered he's done children's movies. So he has been a part of making or directly made a variety of different tones in movies and genres. And it was pointed out, I think it was an IGN article, and a lot of times the IGN articles are just like, no, I just disagree. But I thought that was a very valid point and a potential value for James Gunn, because in the DC universe, I think more so, granted, I don't know the Marvel universe near as well, but I know the DC universe. And there are so many, they've been around so long, and they have over the years purchased and acquired and developed different entities from other comic book companies that all kind of got sucked in to DC. And so you have these different properties that have very different tones and even genres. The DC universe has so many different characters. It has Old West characters, and it has, futuristic space stories, and it has horror characters and horror stories, and Marvel has some of that too. But I think that diversity of settings and tones and genres is a bit wider in DC, and it's a real challenge to bring those things together in the comics, let alone movies. I don't think movies have quite figured out how to bring them together. I think that the Infinity War, the Avengers Infinity War, they did a pretty good job of bringing those characters together and representing at least something true of the various tones of their movies. So if that's what James Gunn is being brought in for, then I think he could be a really good choice. On the other hand, I do wonder, he did the Suicide Squad, which was more edgy than Guardians of the Galaxy, but it wasn't, I don't think, less funny. The humor was just darker and brutal and more violent. And I'm game for that. I tend to like darker humor, just darker things in general. But I wouldn't be content with the DC universe to be like the Marvel universe in terms of its frequency of jokiness, except bloodier and darker. I really like weighty drama in my superhero stories. My favorite superhero comic book stories of all time many of them have some of the heaviest drama I've ever read in a comic book. So I would want to hope that could be true of wherever James Gunn and Peter Safran, he's going to be not on the creative side, but on the producer side, the money, the more the business side. But that's still, an important part too, getting the right people into play and, making those deals happen and work out. That's important too. So, as long as at the end of the day, there's more freedom at Warner Brothers and in the DC movies to play around with tone than Marvel movies have had, then I think I'll be pretty happy, because I don't need all of my movies to be dark and heavy. I just want them to have the freedom to do that, and I feel like increasingly Marvel movies have not. They had a spike of weightiness at the end of the Infinity Saga, and as they were approaching the end of that, but there's not been much beyond that outside of, say, the Spider-Man movies. So that's certainly not what they're known for. Anyway, okay, so thank you for indulging me. Some of you guys know that, maybe some of you are like, oh man, somebody gave him an opportunity to talk about DC movies. Here we go. I'll cut it off there for now. All right, have I saved yet? I'm going to save. Here we go.
You're back. Are the spiders gone?
I've dealt with your infestation.
Oh, wonderful. You're a lifesaver. Now, where was that form you wanted me to sign?
Here it is.
Right. There you go. How's that?
Excellent. Actually, it'll do.
It was a pleasure. You'll go far in the circle, I bet.
Yes, I plan to.
This way, and then this way.
Welcome to the Circle's stockroom of magical items. My name is Owain. How may I assist you?
Here's the signed form for the Farad of Fire.
Everything looks to be in order. Here is the rod you requested.
I don't know what a Fraud of Fire is, but I'm hoping it's the same thing roughly as a Rod of Fire. Let's see. I don't think that's what I want. Let me make sure it's highlighting the actual quest I want. Yeah, that's the one I want. Okay, let's Let's save one more time. I don't know how this is going to go down.
But it will go down in my favor, one way or the other.
For more chat about geek entertainment, answers to your questions, and news from the wider world of Christian geekery, get the Christian Geek Central podcast today on iTunes and other podcast services.